What's up, everybody? I got a bit of a different video for you. I hope my car is not too loud as I drive. I just wanted to get this out there because I haven't had time to sit down and just do this. I'm actually on my way to go play in a pit for a musical at a local high school. If you guys didn't know, I actually went to school for music, and I haven't been hired for a pit gig in about 5 or 6 years since I graduated college. So it's kind of interesting to go back to that walk of life a little bit, and I'm actually kind of shocked as to how well I have been playing, but that's another story for another day. But basically, I wanted to make this video because I don't really have time lately, or I haven't found the time lately to sit down and just kind of talk about it, and this feels just more natural to me. And I don't know how else to start out the video by saying I'm a completely upfront, honest, open person. Everything's very transparent with me. I never really beat around the bush. I'm very direct, blunt, you could say. And I guess I don't like to use my channel as a platform to complain, because I have a great life. I do. I feel like I do. I'm very grateful for the life I have. And you know, I've been really focusing on just good, positive mindsets, especially ever since my knee injury happened. You know, I take it day by day. But I haven't been uploading consistently for a while now, and a lot of people have been messaging me, asking me about it, and I just guess I wanted to make this video to just kind of tell you why and what's going on with me. And I wanted to start out by saying this. Although I've had a really good positive mindset lately, and it's been life-changing for me, and you know, I've been busy, and you know, everyone gets busy, and that could be why I don't have as much time anyway to put stuff up on my channel. The last month has just not been great, and I just I've handled it okay. Some parts I haven't, some parts I have, and you know, it just kind of dragged me down for a little bit, and then I had to change my schedule around. I was kind of left in the dark on a couple things. I'm going to explain the story as much as I can without getting myself in trouble, basically, is the way I'd word it. And I know people would be like, why even talk about it? But because I want to. That's my answer, is because I want to. Because obviously it's bothering me enough to where I want to talk about it. I just want to emphasize, I'm fine. Everyone's health is okay. No one's dying. Like, nothing bad like that. It has to do with a career path. Well, and over the last year, I've just kind of had what feels like to me one obstacle after the next. And it just sucks because a lot of them I feel like I have not been able to control. And for me, I look at what I can control and move on from what I can't. But in this case, it's just frustrating. And I just, you know, and it's impacted some other areas of my life. Again, like uploading videos, because I wish I could get in front and upload videos every day. I was doing that for a while. But, you know, let's start out with the beginning of this whole thing with my knee, right? My knee's great now. I'm a month and a half away, or 2 months away from getting completely cleared. At the end of May, I'll be completely cleared. I hit 7 months post-op today. And, you know, I'm doing well. Obviously, there's going to be limitations with my knee. It was surgically repaired, and it still takes a bit to get it back to where it was, if not a little bit better. So there's that. But, you know, my knee exploded. That wasn't really fun. I handled it as good as I could. And I explained to all of you guys I couldn't really review stuff because I couldn't use a lot of the gear that I could review. So I basically had to take some time off from the channel and kind of do reviews on stuff that I did before. You know, and then I hit the bag a little bit, but I just felt like I wasn't pushing the gear to the levels it should have been pushed to. So I didn't really do reviews. So that's definitely something that was going on with me. The next thing too was I started a job. I was going to be an assistant coach, and basically I cannot go into details on that, but all I can say is that my philosophies did not align with people, and I had to leave. And so that happened, which sucks because I would have loved to coach wrestling. I would have loved to get my master's for free just by being an athletic assistant, but again, just philosophies didn't align. That's without me saying anything to get anyone or me or anyone else in trouble. Again, philosophies just didn't align, and I could not be a part of that. And then, you know, I during that whole process with my knee happening, I actually did the thing where, you know, people would tell me, you Al, go to college, because I wanted to box right after high school. I did not want to go to school, especially the fact that I went to school for music, which I largely think kind of was a waste of my time and effort. I mean, am I getting paid for a job now to play at a local high school? Yes, but I mean, it's the first time in years. I still play for fun here or there, but it was just basically one of those things where I was told by my parents, my family, like, you're going to college, what do you want to do? Hey, you're good at music, go do that. But it wasn't what I liked. I didn't like 4 years of college at all. I had good experiences, but I didn't feel fulfilled. And one thing you got to understand is you can't be happy unless you have a sense of fulfillment, like you've done something that actually matters. And for me, it just never felt like I did anything that matters. And, and not to sound like I'm bragging about myself, but I played at Carnegie Hall twice. I got to play with members of the New York Phil. I got to do a lot of cool things with music, but I just never really cared because it's not what I wanted to do. So I never felt fulfilled, but I worded it this way: I lived other people's dreams, and I shouldn't have, and I didn't want to. I'm grateful for those experiences. I am, and I look back at them in a positive light, but at the same time, not as much as I do, say, winning my first wrestling match was a bigger deal than me doing those things, to give you an idea if that's where my mind goes. I love combat sports. I wish I went for sports management. I wish I went for things like that. But, I can't go back and do that, and I focus on what strengths I gained from college. But then I started thinking professionally, what can I do? Well, I work in human services. I do what's called care management. I basically go house to house each month, and I kind of work on kids' plan of cares. Just an example, like Billy needs to work on his behavioral stuff because he's a jerk, whatever it might be. Obviously, that's not how we word it, or med management, or, whatever it might be. It's just like, my grades will be good by the end of the year. Things along those lines. It's what we do, it's what we work on. And I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life because it's incredibly high-paced. It's an unforgiving job. They overwork you, and you don't get paid as much as I wish you did. And, honestly, it's just not what I want to do. And so I got a job at a school through the same organization I work with. And again, without getting myself in trouble, I worked there for 3 months, and I was lied about. I don't know how else to say that. I was viciously lied about. My name was dragged through the mud. My reputation was put on the line because people didn't like the way I operated. And in my humble opinion, it's because I did their job and they didn't want to do their job. And higher ups at the school and higher ups at my job, the organization I work with, basically say we needed to get you out of there because they weren't going to stop. The people I worked with weren't going to stop trying to drag me down. And it sucked because it's like, well, why can't we figure this out? And no one wanted to give me an answer. I had my stuff at that school for weeks, and most of it still hasn't even been returned to me. And I was told by my job, like, do not go and pick it up. Even if I even offered, like, can we have a police officer on staff? Can we, that monitors me getting my stuff? And the answer was no. The only reason why my stuff was grabbed is because my trombones for this gig that I have were in the school, and they had to go get them. And otherwise I couldn't do this job, which means they would take money out of my pocket. When I tell you guys at the beginning of my reviews, there are 3 things I don't like getting messed with. That is my training, my health, and then my money. I mean it. Don't mess with my money. My wallet stays away from everyone else. It's mine, right? That's my big thing. And that was getting messed with. So they had to go get my trombones for me, and they forgot more than half the things I asked them for specifically. So I think they just went in and grabbed what they could grab. And, it is what it is. But the other thing they did is they moved me back to my care management position, and they cut my pay back from my promotion to the care management salary. And I was like, well, that's not fair because I didn't do anything wrong. There's no official write-up. You guys are telling me I didn't do anything wrong. The superintendent of that school is telling me nothing was wrong. Everyone else is saying I didn't do anything wrong, except for the people that were viciously lying about me. So what? Like why am I getting demoted? Well, you're not getting demoted. You're getting reassigned. And it's just, lack of a better term, folks, it was complete bullshit. It's all because of money and a contract that my job has. We went through some financial hardships in our job. We lost a big government contract, is the way I can word it, and so we can't afford to lose a contract with the school. And the dude in charge flat out told me that in one meeting we had about it. Then the second meeting we had about it, when they reassigned me, he completely walked back. Well, no, we can afford it, but it was bullshit. I was lied to through my teeth. I was basically told that we value you as an employee, but we don't value you enough to have your back. And the whole thing sucked. They gave me a week off paid, basically, to keep my mouth shut, and they, basically treated me like I was a hardened criminal in this situation. And all I can say is, I never, if I made a mistake, I'd own up to it. I'd say I did it, and it would never happen again. But in this case, folks, it was just, I didn't do anything. And that's why it bothers me. And for the last 3.5 weeks to a month, I've been dealing with that. And now I have to go back to this. And, I was working both jobs at the same time. They never transferred my cases. So I was working 2 full-time jobs at once, and they wouldn't even give me overtime for it. So I thought it sucked that I had done a lot for the company I worked for, and they did nothing for me in return. And I get it, that's not how it works, and life ain't fair, and I understand that. But you know what? I have been, to say I've been frustrated is an understatement. And, it's been annoying, so I've just kind of been a recluse for the last year. And now it's like I don't want to be openly social towards anybody because of these situations. And I don't know. And I was just making this video kind of to just say that I want to sit down and make videos, but I've been kind of just getting in my own head. I sit in front of the camera, I stutter a couple times, I turn off the camera, I go away because I don't know. I think it's because I'm slightly out of practice. I need to go back into doing it. But to say lately I've been frustrated is a severe understatement. And I'm working through it. And all I'm saying is to all of you guys watching that has reached out, I appreciate all of you. It has helped me tremendously. And I do have a positive mindset that it's all going to work out. I always believe things happen for a reason. And when things come, they'll come. There's time, and I have time. I am also just a severely impatient person sometimes, and I don't want to wait all that time. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, again, just wanted to make this video to kind of let you all know that, again, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. I just, like anyone else, I run into some hard times, and I just needed to completely recuperate and recover my brain, and I need to get in the right mindset before I start uploading a lot more again. And, I know you guys want these reviews, but I always tell you, just message me if you need anything. I'll do my best to get back to you. I'm horrible at getting back to you sometimes, but I try. But I just wanted to say thank you all for the support, and I guess for just hearing me out, because I like talking. I like getting my mind out there, because I'm completely upfront, transparent, and that's all. So, but thanks a bunch. Comment below if you have any suggestions for me. I'm open to anything at this point, and I love you all. I appreciate all the help that you guys have done for me through the channel. I hope that my channel has helped in some way, shape, or form. And I'll be back very soon. Just please be patient with me is all I ask. Thanks, guys.